Hello and welcome to Gartenseile. If you want to sow wild garlic yourself, you should take advantage of late autumn. In this video, we explain why now is the best time and what to keep in mind when sowing. We hope you enjoy watching. Those who like wild garlic collect it in the spring in a forest. However, there is a risk of confusing it with the toxic lily of the valley and the also toxic autumn crocus. It's safer to grow wild garlic in your own garden. You can plant the bulbs for that. Another option is to sow the wild garlic. We want to give that a try, even though success isn't guaranteed. The ideal time for sowing is late autumn. The seeds of wild garlic are cold germinators. They need the winter cold in order to germinate at all. The seeds have a protective layer that can only be broken down by cold. With wild garlic, a few weeks of frost are needed until this cold barrier is broken down. If you want to sow wild garlic at a different time of year, place it in the freezer for a while. This is how the cold breaks down the germination-inhibiting substances. Wild garlic prefers semi-shady to shady spots. In addition, the soil should be rich in nutrients and humus. It's ideal if there is a canopy of leaves over these spots to protect the plants from direct sunlight. Plant the seeds about 1 centimeter deep in the soil. The distance between the seeds is 5 centimeters. Afterwards, the holes will be closed. If the soil is dry, you should water it first. However, it has rained a lot here lately, so we are skipping the watering. To protect against birds, cover the area. We're using branches from conifers. You can also use twigs or fir branches. It's also advisable not to remove all the plants in the garden in autumn, so that the birds can find enough food and don't get into our wild garlic seeds. After sowing, it's time to wait and hope, because unfortunately, germination doesn't always succeed. Wild garlic has quite a few requirements for its favorite spot, and you have to meet their needs first. Around March, the first leaves should be visible. If the wild garlic feels at home in your garden, it can quickly spread into a large carpet of plants. If you want to prevent that, it's best to install a root barrier. How about you? Have you managed to successfully grow wild garlic in your garden? If so, what are your tips for a successful outcome? We hope you enjoyed this little video. If so, feel free to subscribe so you don't miss any more videos. If you're someone who loves the written word and is interested in gardening, feel free to check out our gardening magazine at www.gartenseile.de. Until next time.